Oh, hi, you guys, and welcome to the show. I see you guys hanging out in chat. Hey, Phil Prince, Potato, Natalie, Derek. Oh, hi, you guys. Oh, hi. Teehee. Today, guys, here are my social links. If you're not already a part of my Discord, you should be. It's an inclusive, family feel, safe society that will look after you. If you want to get into a game, then get on Twitter and send me a DM on Twitter, and I'll get you into a game. It's as simple as that. There's a bit of a backlog, but next, hey baby, but next season I'm planning to do 3 viewer games a week, which means we'll be getting up to 12 people a week in Fresh to play some D&D for the first time, maybe, or to return to D&D. It's going to be a lot of fun. And also YouTube, I'm catching up on that, and I'm finding new ways of doing it, so it'll be more up to date. Patreon, I have a Patreon there. You guys can support me for as little as $1 if you would wish to do so. And I also have merchandise, and today here is our tweet. And every 10 retweets gets us a Wild Magic Surge. And we're already at 7, so we're not doing too bad on that. There we go. Yeah, that's everything I have to go through. Let's go and grab our players and get straight into the narrative today. Oh, hi, you guys. You are live.
Oh, hi.
Hey!
What up, y'all? What's going on, chat? Can I get some kappas and chat, please, and some scrat hypes?
Scrat hype!
Scrat hypes.
We are not in a tent, but it's still intense.
So,
Wow.
why don't we go around today, why don't you all forget everything else, forget the plot, forget the story, everything. Why don't you just tell me today how your characters feel about everything that's going on? Does that sound fair? Is that something that we'd want to do?
Sure.
Cool. Okay. So we will start in the top left with Charlie.
Hi, I'm just grabbing my Dave notes. Hold on. Very important. Need my vocab book. So Dave is feeling stress. That is Dave's key emotion right now. Dave, for the first time in her life, well, maybe not the first time, but the first time in a while, is hitting a point where she's not sure that she can deal with everything that's being thrown at her. She's not really sure what the right thing to do is and what the path she should be on is. As an adventurer, it'd been fairly simple. You know, you walk through the dungeon, you kill the things that try and kill you, you get the loot, you give it to people for money, you get on with your life. But this isn't like that. There are a lot of different people fighting, and she's not sure why, and she's doing her best, but she seems to be making things worse sometimes, and Lucian is all over the place, and yeah, it's getting to a point where Dave doesn't know if she can handle this, but at the same time, so many marvelous things have happened to her. She's made a best friend, she can fly now. It's a lot. There's a lot going on. It's not the end of the world yet, but she can see it.
Ooh, she's also become a doomseer. Awesome. Okay, well. Okay, so we have one stressed out birdie.
One stressed out burb.
Next along, we have Chorus, who's not currently. Next up, we have a pupper. And Chorus. Oh, hi, Chorus.
Sorry, she kept barking, so I have to hold her a little bit. But hi, Kellic is feeling pretty beat up. 7 hit points. You know, all the good stuff. He's feeling like at this point he just wants to get out of here. He wants to grab the orc kid and just leave. He wants to take his friends, beat up a wizard, and just wash his hands of the whole place. because it's been nothing but pain and suffering, and there's no beer or ale in Miles. And he just wants to have a nice meal that doesn't involve insects.
You had wine last week.
That doesn't count. That's not ale.
You had ale the week before. The Archchieftain gave you that. Did you give
No,
him
that was not ale.
Was not ale?
Nope.
Oh.
Wasn't that alcoholic goat's milk or something?
Yep.
Okay, so we've got one stressed, one feeling pretty down on their luck, beaten up. How about Tahina? Oh, hi.
Hi. Well, one of us worries about ale, and I'm worried about existence. Existential crisis. At the moment, Faja is sitting in front of a cave, and she feels not so good. She was healing herself a bit, but she still has this nice purplish ring around her throat from being choked to almost death by a demon lord possessing her friend. She has this gash in her belly right next between the two scars, one from Akil and one from Lucian from a few weeks prior. Then she has this big mark straight down her clavicle where her armor is destroyed in part. Basically, that was a death blow from last session. So she's sitting there, most likely split lip, because at one point she got thrown around as well. And she doesn't look so fresh. She looks pretty like someone who lost a fight. And she was first standing there. Now she's sitting there with her back to the cave now, and then she reaches up and touches the phoenix pictogram. And she also has one hand buried in the sand and trying to communicate with her mother, whispering encouragement and saying, like, as soon as my friends are here, we are going to come. We are going to help you. Just hold on just a little while longer. We are on our way. Please don't. We are come. Please don't. Nothing bad should happen to my mother. And she's praying in a way and trying to regain her energy, to heal up a bit. When she holds up her hand, touching the stone, then she notices this big gash and she starts with her own fire to remelt the glass that animals her armor to fuse it back together for it to be, again, refunctional. And she's just trying to collect energy now. And then she looks down that hallway and says, how deep is this forsaken mountain? Where are they? We need to go. We need to go right now. There's the sense of urgency because she can feel the energy of her mother crumbling around her. And that is very disconcerting.
So.
Hildy.
Hello, Hildy. Coming to be part of the mic action. Would anyone else like to recap, or should I? Okay.
I would like to hear what it looked like from
I
your
would like
end.
to know what the DM thinks is going on.
Tell us.
Lucian lost his mind. Attacked the party, nearly killed everyone. Except for Kellic, who was otherwise disposed as an elf. Fighting in the arena. He is captured at the end, refusing to slay those that have fallen in battle. And thrown into a cell. Dave finds him in that cell, whilst Falja waits outside, knowing that she shouldn't head in case she damages the desert itself. In this time, Kellic reverts back to being his old self, his normal race. You're one of them big dudes, right?
Goliath.
That's the ones. And the head sorcerer heads up towards the party and sees you as a liability and just says kill them. I think we'll dive straight in there.
I mean, I was just impersonating him, so I guess it's kind of my fault.
Kill them. Two
Okay.
orcs move forward towards you.
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
So the layout of the room, from what I remember, it's like right outside the pit with all the the swirling arcane stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Would Kellic be able to push one in from where he is into that space? With
You're
a good enough shove?
currently in a cell adjacent,
Okay.
so it'd be difficult, but not
Okay.
impossible.
Well, I'm at 7 hit points. I don't know what to do. Oh, and I don't have my axe, do I?
You have a short sword from Dave.
Okay, I have a short sword.
Sorry, I didn't mean to click that spell. I was just trying to open it.
Let
fine.
me see. So short sword is a 1d6, right?
Yes, I think so.
That's with strength or dex. Okay.
It's
Oh.
versatile, so whichever.
Okay. 1d6 then. Keep that in mind.
Advantage to Kellic from Archmage Derek, and also
Mhm.
Falger, if you could roll me a D. And let me just see how big this thing is now. D414.
$267.
Okay, well,
Roll me a D6.
It's a 3.
Thank you. I'll do that with you narratively, so it's shortly.
Okay.
So, Kellic, carry on. Sorry to interrupt. Thank you, Natalie, who gives Dave a nat 20.
Aw, thank you.
because of that advantage, he's gonna try to rush and push the magical orc into the pit with an athletics roll.
Okay.
It's a 24.
Ooh. Interesting. I've not. I need to create a sorcerer thing. I'll do that before next week. Yeah, you shove this person back. They go flying backwards out of the cell and land in the green pool.
Okay, that was the magical orc, right?
Uh-huh.
So good for him. Yep. It's the
They
pool.
stand shaking this green ichor off and just step back out.
Shit. Draw my sword in rage then.
Stop, you fools! At the towards the back of the cave, through some other secret sort of entrance, stands the chieftain. Those are our honored guests. Or at least one of them is. Dave, are you still disguised?
Totally still disguised as far as I know. I don't think I dropped it yet.
Kellic, what are you doing down here?
You put me in here. Never mind. These three were planning on trying to kill us.
It is a good way to deal with weakness.
So much for honored guest.
You are an honored guest. Tell me, you were the elf that would not kill? The knife here.
He's not gonna lie. He's gonna just like stand there and bring it out his chin.
You have much to learn, Kellic. But I shall not punish one such as you for not understanding our ways yet. And you, imposter. Kellic, who is this with you, who does not speak?
I look to Dave, looking for any sign of should I tell them or just keep it secret. It's like, Dave, you could probably drop that. Look now.
And with like a little flap of what were arms becomes wings, and Dave is reborn as Dave.
I would ask that you not be unkind to her. She was only concerned for my safety.
Let's head back to your tent together. Hrothgan, we will talk about this later.
Your place, your tent, as given by me.
Yes, let us go to that place.
Didn't we leave that tent on fire?
I could use a bit of rest, maybe something to eat.
Yes.
It is getting late.
All right, lead the way out of this place. I don't.
She heads towards the entrance from where you entered. We'll pan across to Falja. Falja, as you touch the phoenix, you begin to feel warm. A warmth like an embrace.
Mother?
It holds you close, hugging you. Showing you its pain. Through the warmth, you can see this great rift in the center of the desert opening.
We're coming, I swear. Hold out a little while longer. I'm on my way. And I look down the hallway. Kalik!
Please
Dave!
make me
Lucian!
a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. 19.
And now a constitution saving throw.
Oh. 19.
Good rolls.
I'm the daughter of the desert.
You are. Something invades your mind. At first it feels like an attack, but this is a familiar feeling. As suddenly you are not Falja, suddenly you are sand, suddenly you are air, suddenly you are the glowing sun, suddenly you are the temple, you are the Colosseum, you are everything. And sitting in your middle is this terrible, terrible pain.
Can I influence?
From the temple, assassins spew like ants, heading towards the orc camp. This cave in the center, this painful opening appearing. It is a way out for the body of Falja, who is currently standing in the orc encampment.
Does the desert want Falja to go out there?
No.
Okay.
Wants to hold you here forever. Atop a hill near the orc encampment, you can see Ilyena. Ilyena has a tear running down her face as she sees the assassins heading towards the orc encampment.
How does the desert feel about the assassins coming towards the orcs? She must know what they want to try, because the orcs said that they have tried it before, right?
You see Falja, Kellic, Dave and Lucian head towards the cave. All four exit the desert. The assassins enter the orc stronghold. They kill the orc sorcerers. And then you see no more, which can only pertain to the death of the desert. You see the assassins leave the temple. Falja, Dave, Kellic, and Lucian do not head to the cave. They stay and defend the orcs. The desert can see many more days ahead.
What does she see in the days ahead?
Life.
Okay.
However, the opening closes.
So not only Forja will stay, but the strangers will stay with her.
You're back in Falja's body. Your clothes are now all the colours of the desert. All the bright reds to oranges of the phoenix. All of the other hues and subtle colours that you can see are suddenly all over you. Bright, though. Like almost luminous. Neon.
Okay.
And all of your lost attributes are restored. As the desert breathes life into you.
I feel so much stronger now. And I touch the phoenix once more and I say, I will defend you, mother. And then I look once again at the hallway, and if they not come, I say, if you want me in there or not, I'm coming in now.
At this point, I think the chieftain, Dave, and Kellic will round the corner heading towards Falja. You cannot enter this place, Falja.
I can enter every place that I wish to enter, but I am a polite demon, and I have chosen not to come in there. And now that you bring my companions, there is no need for me to enter, right? I had a strong vision. If you want to see the phoenix rising, and if you don't want this place that you have been defending, this place whose very bedrock you are, to perish and die, then you need to rouse the warband. And now, because the assassins are coming, and I've only seen two outcomes to all of these. If you love my mother, and if you love your life, and that of the warband, then there is no time to dawdle. You need to act. Now!
We are always ready for assault, Falja. The assassins' numbers dwindle year by year as we slowly crush them.
They are launching one last desperate, misguided attack. All of them come. I've seen them swarm like the ants of a stirred anthill towards this place. And I have seen you fall if we don't stand by your side. Orc strength, no. Or yes, it does not matter. You will need us.
We shall hold council.
Maybe we should hold council until all of this around us crumbles, turns to dust, and dies.
The head sorcerer will need to hear your words. Allow me to fetch him. We will meet in your tent.
I don't know what you're doing. I am going to meet destiny on the field of battle. Everyone who's able and capable, take up arms and follow me, I say, and turn around.
I am no coward, Falja. We will join you, but I need time to rouse my warband.
And I need time to heal.
Give me this night.
Do I feel that we have a night left? Because this felt very urgent.
Through the desperation of the desert, Falja can see that there is time to have a night to rest, to prepare.
I turn around. No, I don't turn around, but I look over my shoulder, and the fire. My heart looks even longer now, and there's this real storm cloud of fire around my head, and I say, "I'll give you one night, and then I expect you to stand by my side. You have been my ally to keep an eye on me. Now come and watch my back as I guard my mother." And I storm off towards the tent.
The chieftain's left sputtering. No one's ever spoken to her this way.
Yeah.
What do you think got into her, Dave?
Dave is proudly marching after her friend. She doesn't know what's going on, but she's proud of her friend.
Kellic is gonna look to the chieftain. Does she have a flask on her or anything?
Just water, a canteen.
Are you gonna drink that?
Idly, she hands you the canteen without thinking.
All right, and he just grabs it and just walks away drinking.
As you guys leave the cave, you can just about hear the chieftain rouse from her stupor and turn. Hrafkan! Hrafkan, get out here! As she marches back into the cave.
I'm gonna follow after them.
It's gone dusk. It's getting dark. Derek gives a nat 20 for Queen Falja.
Looks like we got a new friend!
By the way, how does the tent look? Because
Oh,
when I
it's
left,
looking
it was
great.
pretty fine.
Yeah, the tent is burnt to the ground.
I start to lose steam after we round a corner, and I don't have to longer posture to be posturing for someone. And I look down at Dave, and I say, "What I said, I meant it. I had a strong vision. There is something terrible happening, but there is more than what I told Durok. Remember what I taught you. Only tell them as much as you have to."
I turn
are you?
to Lucian and give him a glare as soon as I see the tent.
That was not his doing. That was mine. And I apologize. But I did it. Kellic, there was so much happening. You missed her so much.
Clearly.
You have not been gone for long, but
Yes,
it does not matter
Dave,
now.
I can see that you have very nice wings. What?
that is all? Do you know what I did?
I'm
Did
tired.
you know what happened?
And I was in a cell. Let's just. Can I get a second to just breathe?
Come here, you, I say, and step forward and heal you.
I can bandage myself. It'll be fine.
Yes, I can see that. You look like someone has leashed you to the back of a gruel and dragged you over the dunes for a day or two.
You can blame the chieftain for that.
Yes, I do blame her. I'm going to heal you for...
Dave, all the while, is saying the most dramatic mimes about Lucian stabbing her until she thinks Kellic's gonna get it. And it just gets more and more like extreme until she's like bouncing on the spot,
Oh.
throwing herself on the ground.
I'm gonna roll insight on that.
should I throw in the Lesser
too.
Restoration for good measure in order to get rid of exhaustion? Maybe?
Well, I'm not exhausted. I'm just tired.
Okay.
So how much is that of healing?
That was 17 for the first try, and I'm going to throw another one at you for good measure.
Okay.
Because you never know in the desert. And another 13, so 30, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
37.
It was actually a bit more on that first one. It was 13 plus 12, 25, 26, 36, 39.
Right. I'll take that.
However, Kellic, you are tired, and exhaustion will take you soon. You know it in your bones. You have fought too much before, and you know that feeling when your bones start to feel like jelly. Soon, exhaustion will take you.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to look to Lucian as soon as I see Dave. Based on the inside roll, I know what happened, and he's going to try to grab Lucian by the shirt and drag him to a tent that's not occupied
Or on fire.
or on fire.
Please don't upset him because I don't have the strength left to kick his ass again. or be kicked, and for him to shake out of it. Can you please not damage him? I need him in fighting condition.
Seems like he's been fighting enough today, and he's going to toss him inside.
And say today,
Son of the
friend
ground.
slaying is tiring business, right? Let me tell you what I saw.
What
Thank
does
you.
Lucian do to all this, by the way? Because I know he's not here, but
Let's see. What was the last thing Lucian did last time?
Came into the cave after Dave.
Yeah, so during this time, he, Falja, if you don't mind, he comes back out of the cave, heads towards you, and collapses exhaustedly. So if you could do all that whilst basically carrying Lucian back to the tent, that'd be great.
I'll do it.
Yeah,
Okay.
between you.
I mean, I'm now strong again. I can do it, I think.
And Calc is just gonna look to Lucian, look for a crate or something to sit on. And he's just gonna crash just on it and just slump over. Tell me exactly what happened, and I'll tell you what happened to me.
Who are you talking right now to?
Both of you.
To all of us, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Well then, we can do as the assassins do, because some of their things are not as stupid as they seem at the first glance. That's Farm is Circle. And I sit. And I hand my water skin to Dave. And I say, maybe you should start first. I have the feeling that that might go faster.
Well, I went to go see the orc boy go fight in the tournament. He won, thankfully. And I was on my way back to meet with you all, and I found myself in the form of an elf. In the middle of the desert.
What do you mean, the form of the elf?
I
Did you
mean,
take
I turned into an elf. With the ears, with the fair skin, with the long hair, yes.
Does Dave grab a couple of knives?
Yeah, daggers and
Yeah.
man.
So, and you transformed, but you were still yourself. You could
I
remember
was
who you
still
are.
myself, though my voice was different. It was interesting.
Huh.
A passing orc mistook me for someone else, grabbed me, forced me to fight. Tried to keep as many of the red marked orcs alive as I could. Unfortunately, that didn't work out so well, and then the crowd wanted me to kill all the ones that I had knocked down and didn't kill. And I refused. And I fought the chieftain and got my ass handed to me and thrown in a cell where they were torturing me until you all showed up.
They were torturing you.
They wanted to.
And the fire starts to spark. They did it
I-
there. Did you tell them that you are my ally?
Yes, the older orc, the one with the staff and the magical nonsense, did not seem to care too much for it. He decided that he wanted to rehabilitate me to be more interested in their way of thinking. Didn't work very well until you showed up. Thankfully,
eyes-
thank you.
My
Otherwise-
eyes glow, and I say, well, if we survive tomorrow and my mother survives this, I might do some retraining of my own. I will
What
not
happened
stand
to
for
you?
this.
I take it that Lucian went insane again.
I don't think he ever stopped, to be quite honest. Well, where to start? Maybe at
I
the
promised him
beginning.
if he did this again that I would kill him.
Well, I promised him that we would not kill him, but we would save him.
By the way, that was a good lie you told back then. We can use it to grab a horse or two and then get out of here somehow.
A good lie? What a lie.
with the assassins.
That is not a lie. I did have a vision. Let me start at the beginning. I followed you and I intended to stand by your side and help you in the arena. But then I got sidetracked and I apologize. Maybe things would have gone different, but I learned a great deal. I saw that cave that you have been in, or a part of it, and I spoke to the one that they call the Elder. And I saw pictograms, and he told me about ancient stories, and how... Did you know? My mother is dying. The orcs, I think they are holding her together. This place has been nourished by a power source that is now gone, and without the orcs holding it, it will leave, I think. And they said, your elder said that things changed after I was born, and that it is more difficult to hold things. He thinks that I am the desert, or some form of embodiment, a vessel or something of the desert. And then I felt something. Something hurt. It hurt so much. And I followed that feeling and knew something was very wrong. And I flew as fast as my feet could take me. And I found Dave. And Dave was almost dead. And I tried to fix her. And I not only healed her, I did what I did with your weapon, with the Rage of the Dunes. There was something missing when I looked at her, and I filled the gaps. I stitched it back together, and I gave her a bit of the phoenix, and now she can fly. It was a sight to behold. She looked like a fiery bird in the sky. It made my heart cry happy tears to see her this.
Excellent.
But then she told me that Lucian did it, and she had seen him from up above, and they flew me there. I was a scorpion, and she... Never mind that. But we stood our ground, we encountered him, and we tried to talk him out of it, but he was just too stupid to really listen and understand, and then we fought him. And I fear we lost, although
You
it
mean
did
he
break
was
him out of...
possessed?
Sorry, what?
You mean he was possessed again?
Yes, by his father.
He's a liability.
That he is.
If we tie him up again, who knows if his father will return, especially when we're trying to leave. I don't know if we can trust him.
See, there's a problem. For one, I promised not to kill him. I promised to help him. I think we have to go and deal with his father directly. In
Well,
some
we
way
can't
or
do that
form.
here. It sounds
No,
like
we can't.
his father is an archdemon of some sort, and that's
true.
in the nine layers of hell. That's not
haven't-
here at all.
I don't know that. I have an inkling from... I looked at him the way I looked at your axe and the way I looked at Dave, and I could see him superimposing his form over Lucian's. But that is one problem. We have a different kind of problem. For one, what I told you, it was not a lie. I'm really bad at lying. I know you only knew me for 5 days, but maybe you should know that. I'm really bad at lying. That is why I mostly stick to the truth. And I saw the assassins crawling out of their ruined hold, coming here. And I had a vision that when they arrive here and when they fight the orcs will lose this time. And this place will be destroyed. And everything that is in it, and everyone that is in it.
Hmm.
That orc boy you care
can
so much
even-
about will die. There's another
We
way.
can't save these people, Fauja. Even if we did, they'd still be the same savage, heartless.
Are you kidding me? Yesterday you tried to change their whole culture,
And
today
I
you
just
throw
saw
them
two
to the
bouts where
wolves.
they murdered families
Yeah.
because their sons and daughters didn't win a fight.
So you want all those sons and daughters to die now, in one fell sweep, annihilated on the spot?
You
There's
weren't
another
there.
way. There's another way. I am not finished. I've seen two things. There is something opening up in the desert. The desert is breaking apart. There is some form of like a gate, like a door, a portal. Something is opening. It is ripping my mother apart. I think if you were to go through this portal, you would leave and you would be safe. You would maybe, I don't know where you would end up. Maybe at home? I don't know.
Better than here.
In this cupboard that you told me about. But if you do, then the assassins will surely win. And this place, it will collapse. And everyone, all those innocent lives, the ones that don't want to fight, the ones, babes, in their cradle, all of them, they will be gone.
There are assassins afoot. Kill them all.
And what happens if we stay? What happens if we do stay and help them?
I think that it depends.
What do you mean depends?
I've only seen two things. Us rushing to that portal and going through, and the desert being destroyed with everything in it and everyone, every soul. Or us standing our grounds and fighting alongside the rocks, fighting off the assassins and saving this place and everyone in it. I don't
I'll
know.
gift this to you as well, Falja. The reason you only have 2 viewings is it very much feels like all or nothing. If you split, if even one person goes to the portal.
Yes, I feel this is the only thing I saw. The party could stand united, and we could stand our ground and fight with honor. Or we
What
can
happens then?
run.
Can we go to the portal once we're done here?
It feels to me like if we stand our ground and fight them off, that maybe that will calm down the magic and the portal will close. But there is one other thing that I would like
Wait.
to tell you. I saw an ancient ritual. It has been written, and I look at Dave. It has been written thousands of years ago. It is a ritual of the phoenix that is been written in stone in the Elder Orcs, in the Orc Elder's cave. How to contact that weird man, the pictogram with the pointy hat and the long beard. Theophilus? That's what you told me his name is. Maybe we can have a boat, but I'm not sure. At the moment I feel like we either run like cowards or we stand and fight and defend the life.
And be stuck here for the rest of our lives. This isn't our home, Falja.
Well, it is in my home. And it is in my mother.
And it's dying.
My mother is dying. Your mother died. Wouldn't you have done everything in your power to save her in her illness? Maybe gone on a quest to get some kind of medicine to save her?
Yes, but if your vision is true, sounds like we would be stuck here permanently. And I
You did not come through that portal, right? That doesn't mean that there is no way out. Nothing
Legacy
is
is
certain.
grinning.
You don't know that, Falja. This is maybe our one chance to get out of here.
And that is why I am telling you, I could have chosen to tell only part of the truth, but you are my friends and you deserve all of it. I could have
I
just
say we
told
find the
you,
portal and leave.
we fight the assassins and everything will be good, right? But I told you about the danger.
Then we find the portal and we leave.
No.
What do you mean, no?
Are you voting to stay here and fight and protect the life?
Yes.
This isn't our home. These people don't... There's no decency in them. I've seen it. Even the children would rather die than show mercy.
You will see.
What I saw was families being burned or stabbed because of weakness.
So you
The
say
assassins would rather tear their own throats out than help people This place is doomed. There's nothing we can do to help them.
This place that you so despairingly speak of, I could have let you die so many times in those 5 days. You could have been dead 10 times over or more. There is not only cruelty in the desert, there is also kindness. And you rather kill them and take all the chance of change from them. I'm
not killing them. This is not my doing. This is the wizards. I did not ask to come here.
You did berate me for not changing them, for not trying to. But
well, I tried, Fauja, and it failed. So now I see the way you thought. You were right.
Is that what your honor tells you? That it is better to turn your back to children and let them perish? In order to save yourself?
They will die anyway.
You don't know that.
And in a few years, I've tried to help people here, and for what?
Nothing in life is certain, but there is chance. You would even take that chance from them if you left.
There's no chance here. This whole place is not a world, it's a prison. They would live the same lives for eons, while the real world out there actually goes on.
Then maybe we should gather them up and get them in this perfect paradise of a world that you speak of, where no one suffers, where no one dies, where no one hungers, no one is being tortured, and no one is being imprisoned. That sounds fantastic. Maybe we should get there.
I'll be right back.
All of them.
You don't know what our world is like.
From what you are telling me, it sounds pretty perfect, right?
We actually get a chance to live. Yes, this place is a barren wasteland. There's no rain. People die for scraps in the dust. Even my ancestors say that I'm a fool if I want to play hero here. There is no help for them. None.
I see how it is. Kelek, Bonewalker, has lost his honor finally. In this desert. She has broken you, has made you forget
honor,
your higher feelings and honor. This is a very sad day, indeed. What would Ahmed say if he could hear you now?
I'm sure he'll let me know in a few minutes. I'm gonna go find a horse. I'm gonna get us some. If you want to come, fine.
No, Kelek hero here.
And he just walks out of the tent.
What am I going to do with all of you?
Away.
You can't talk, and I'm really bad at it, I say, and put my hands to my face and lean them on my knees.
Nothing in life is certain. There is a chance.
There is a chance. I mean, you thought you'd never fly, and I helped you. I swear I will do all that is in my power to send you to your home. But please, please help me save my mother, please. I know what Kelek said. In a way, it is true. She can be very, very cruel. I know that. But she can also be kind. Has she not created me, and have I not helped you? Is that not a kindness?
Come, let us go. We march then.
Yes. Thank you for being my friend, I say and hug Dave.
I like you.
I like you too.
Kelek, as soon as he's out of the tent, is going to stalk down for a few minutes, find a dune, and just look around. Like, if you're going to say something, do it now. I don't need you badgering me when I'm trying to buy a horse. Quiet for once, I see. Shocking. First we want to get out of here, then we want to save everyone, but no. As soon as I get on board, they go to the opposite ship. I don't even know what to do with Lucian. I don't know if I should just kill him, just leave him here, or now I'm just talking to myself. This is great. Now I've gone insane, completely bonkers.
Are you ready?
And I turn around. It's like, Ahmed, I don't.
You should learn to say my name properly. I feel it's important. Ahmed. Just like you take a refreshing drink. He's whirling a spear. He holds it in the ready position. Are you ready?
I'm not fighting right now.
Come, it is our favorite pastime.
I can barely move my arms right now.
I didn't realize you were so weak.
I'm not taking the bait this time.
Don't you always, though?
Am I insane for wanting to go home? After trying multiple times to try to save somebody, anybody.
You want instead to save yourself.
I'm sorry, aren't you the one that said, do what you can? I did what I could. Nothing happened. I accept that.
Also seem to be the one who wants everything now.
You mean everything now? If we stay, we can't go home.
Change your ways, orcs, now. Change your ways, assassins, now, or I will rage and beat you all up. I'm Kellic, I'm big and strong.
Doesn't change the fact that if we stay, this is it. This is not what I call a home.
It's what I called a home for many years.
And I'm sorry for that.
I'm not.
Your people were brought here by an idiot in his little magical room.
That is your truth, Kellic.
What do you mean it's my truth? He made the damn place.
My truth is that I had a loving mother who raised me. A father I never knew, but it did not matter because I had the clan. They taught me to hunt. They taught me to fight. They taught me that this place we are in with the orcs is evil. I had purpose. I had fun. I had drink and food when I wanted drink and food. Admittedly, water can be scarce sometimes. But if Falja can create water, that will be less of a problem.
It's not a real place. As much as it was real for you, it is objectively not real.
He picks up some sand, and it runs through his hands.
Any wizard can make an illusion.
He throws the sand at your face. You get sand in your eyes, in your mouth, up your nose.
Again, this is a construct made by magic. Magic can create things that are real.
What is not a construct made by magic? How do you know the place you came from is not exactly the same?
I'm not getting into this. I don't have the brains for it.
Well, what do you want to do then?
To get them out of here.
No, not the... 1 minute you're thinking, now. Next minute you're thinking, hey, what are we going to do tomorrow? What do you want to do right now? You don't want to talk, okay. You don't want to fight, okay. What do you want to do?
I want to get horses.
You want to run. Look at you, you can barely walk.
I've fought more in these past 5 days than I have in my entire life. And it's done little.
Is that a good reason to stop?
So you would... You know what the orcs are like. If we save them, it's going to be the same thing. They're not going to change.
Fine then, kill them.
I'm not going to kill them.
Yes, you are.
Oh, I'm sorry. If I run, it's somehow my fault if they all die. Yes, and it's not the damned fool with a cloak on.
The damned fool of a cloak on. Are you addressing me?
No, not you. I'm as in the damned wizard. The one that made this damn place. Which, by the way, if you're listening, you can go fuck yourself. I'm gonna strangle your goddamn neck. Soon as I find you.
I think if he was listening, he would probably take more of a hand in events.
Well, just in case.
You need to rest.
We don't have time to rest. We've got a whole assassin horde on our...
Fuck
doorstep.
off, Ahmed. You need to rest. Look at you. You're going to die. You're going to become exhausted very soon. You're going to be no good to anybody. Take a rest. Forget your party. Let's go and find a cave somewhere and rest for the evening.
I need food first. I need something to eat. I haven't eaten in 2 days.
I'll show you how to hunt on the way. Things a child could learn.
Fine, at least I can do that much. Then he heads down the dune, kind of half sliding down.
First of all, stop making so much noise. Why are you sliding everywhere? Don't you know how to use your feet? How do you intend to sneak up on a lizard if you stomp and slide everywhere?
I look at him. I get on my ass and I slide down the whole way.
I feel like Falja and Dave are just watching Kellic talking to himself and sliding down a dune. Just over in the distance.
Do you think that he has gone insane now as well?
The high ground is not always better.
I don't think I could love you more. You are truly divine, Dave Tulip, I say, with my arm around your shoulder. I wish the other could bear this with as much grace as you do.
Dave, truly divine.
That is a good name.
Yes.
Can I confide in you? I am so tired of this. And I can feel my mother hurting. And I don't understand what his problem is, to be quite honest with you. He talks as if this is nothing. I have known nothing else. I only know that there is something else out there because you told me. But how do I know that you are not all delusional and just wake up here in the real world?
Dave is going to reach up and grab Falja's hand with her little wing and march Falja up to the top of the dune. It's becoming that time of day when we jump off of things.
And I'm going to turn and use my last wild magic, no, not wild magic, my wild shape for the day and turn into my little scorpion form and climb up your arm, holding on and look at you with my scorpion eyes.
And in the desert, as Kellic slides down on his bum with his middle finger raised at the ghost of his boyfriend past, there's a distant cry of, "Up on the roof." And Dave, as is tradition, flings herself off of the highest part of the dune with wings spread.
Oh,
So,
wonderful.
as you fly, Kellic, Ahmed is leading you towards a cave.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Lady Purple. Here's the bad thing. He's leading you to a cave in the center of the desert.
So it's pretty far away. How long does it take to get there?
It's going to take several hours. But he's also leading you towards the portal out.
He doesn't know that. It's like,
Who can say what he doesn't know?
yep. It's like, I thought we were supposed to be hunting.
Well, if you stopped making so much noise and scaring away all the wildlife, we would have caught probably 3 snakes by now.
I don't want to eat snakes.
This is the desert, Kellic. What do you want to eat? Do you want me to make you a nice something from your hometown?
Just shut up. Gods above.
That root is edible. Eat that.
I'm gonna pull it out of the sand and like dust it off. Just chew on it.
It's ginger.
I've had this before.
It's also hot as hell.
He's fine. Yeah, he's just gonna eat it. You know, it's like fine. You know what? Fuck it. He's gonna just chew on it.
Ahmed sort of smirks. Dave Falger, you can see Kellic walking through. He picks up a root and begins eating.
I am gonna fly down because I see food and Dave is a hungry burb. Meow. Except she doesn't know that noise, but imagine she does.
I crawl along her her cape, so I'm hidden behind her head because I know what's happened to the last scorpion that crawled around on one of us.
Kellic!
He's gonna stop for a second. Just breathe in. Just keep on just walking.
Food and ale, please!
There's some more roots. You can find it. Leave me be. I want to hunt. Apparently there's a cave that this one he's gonna thumb to the ghost. Wants to show me.
This one?
It's Ahmed. He's one of my ancestor ghosts now.
You guys can't see Ahmed, who is sitting there like, Ahmed. Why is it so difficult?
Ahmed.
Ahmed.
There. Right. Are we...
Someone clip that. Just the sound of them going, Ahmed.
He's gonna look around and see if there's any sort of wildlife nearby that's not been scared away.
No, there's 4 of you now, stomping around and flapping around and making noises in the air and swooping.
He's gonna just go straight to the cave.
Get my little crossbow out. And I make little hunting motions, even though I have no idea what I'm doing and no idea what Kellic is on about.
Don't you have an assassin horde to prepare for?
Falger, even in your scorpion form, you'll know where you are heading.
Oh no. Is that a certain cave that cropped up last Saturday? Maybe?
It'll be the certain cave that you saw in your vision where everyone leaves.
Oh. So the portal is closed?
No, the portal's not closed. The portal's open. You're heading for it. It looks like you're
Yeah,
all getting out.
but it is we're not far from it.
You're heading that way.
Okay. Huh. I will clamp down the cloak of Dave, and I will in this blaze, this pillar of flame, I take on my normal shape. And I say, so, leaving so soon?
I'm taking the night to hunt.
What you seek is not far.
The cave? Man. Said as much.
Swear you just chewed garlic all your life or something.
What is wrong with him? We don't see.
No, you don't see or hear of it.
Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine. This is just how the ancestor magic. I don't need to talk about this right now. I need to find a cave.
He can talk to the thin air, but it is weird when I have visions. I asked Dave.
I've already told you about this multiple times.
Yeah, and I told you about my visions, and everyone is
Okay,
still
and you had a
skeptical
vision.
about
I believed you
them.
once you said that it wasn't alive.
So are you going to the cave to leave?
What
Us
are you talking
behind?
about? It's just a cave. Apparently he likes it or something. I don't know.
Nothing is just...
I was taking you where you wanted to go, Kellic.
What are you talking about?
The cave. Your exit. Your fleeing.
Be among us and be free. Kellic!
He's just gonna stomp away.
Ahmed disappears. Fades like sand blowing on the wind.
This was actually the worst path for him to take. It's the worst. It's the worst.
We could have had one night together.
That ship has long since sailed and sunk.
Oh, I guess I'm going down then.
Try not to drown. Okay, so we get to the cave. What do I see when I get to this damn cave?
The cave is still a walk away. You'll have to walk probably another few hours to get there.
Just gonna keep walking.
I do not understand, I said to Dave. Is he now leaving, or what is he doing? Do you want to leave?
Maybe. No.
I don't think that if one of you leaves, that we will have a chance. I think that if one of you leaves, all of you might as well go. Because it seemed, my vision suggested that it was a all or nothing. But my mother is not dead yet, and I will not just leave. And if that means that I will perish with her, then that is what the fates have decided. Pocket dimension or no.
Dave picks up her little hoppy pace and she just grabs onto the back of Kellic's clothes and, like, with both of her hands, and just sits as hard as she physically can to stop him from marching any further through this desert.
By the way, do I hear all of that, or was it just Dave? Because he moved like stomping away, so he wasn't with you guys. Unless
I
you
set it at a normal volume, so the desert air carries. I don't know if you heard it. Can roll for perception? No.
So is this like a strength check? Like, how much do you weigh, Dave?
Not a lot. And she's not very strong. But she believes in herself. She just pulled Falja away from Demon Dad, so Yeah, do you want to do like contested athletics, like a grapple
Sure.
check?
Sure.
Both of you can do that at disadvantage as you have become your first level exhaustion, all of you.
Okay.
12.
4.
He's gonna keep dragging. Just like, Dave, I'm not gonna be guilted into this.
No!
Dave, let go.
No!
I will toss you into the nearest sand dune head first if I have to.
If you lay one hand on that bird, I will be very angry, I sense. And fire springs up around me. Don't you dare touch Dave.
Or what, you'll strike at me like a sand viper?
My axe will find your head and cleave it in two.
What did you call me?
Sand viper.
Who has been talking to you?
What are you talking about?
Who told you to call me that?
No one? What do you... I'm not... I don't have time for this.
I'm so mad right now. No,
As-
Faza is so mad right now.
As the
Fire
character,
stands
he
in
has no
front.
idea why she's mad. As a player, I know.
You do
I
know,
know.
yeah, you are mean. You don't have to say anything to Scrat about being evil. Cars.
Listen, I get one, okay? I get one.
Sorry. There's fire springing up around me. You should be careful. Don't call me that ever again. If you want, just leave then. I will stay here and die with my mother. Maybe that will make you happy. And then I turn around. It's that stomping into the other direction with puddles of flame in my footsteps.
You are my friend. Imagine as Calyx turned around to like speak to Faja, Dave's just on like a little swing and then swung back the other way. Just
We have a chance, Fauja. You can have a life better than this.
If every one of you had a jumped at this chance, then I would not stand in your way. But Dave does not seem to see things the way you do. She believes in fighting. Have you forgotten? We are champions. We fight even if all hope seems lost.
What happens if we die here? If you all die? We have a chance right now to leave. Nobody gets hurt.
nothing in life is certain. There is a chance.
Nobody gets hurt. Nobody. I
No one that we
say
can save.
Ilyena gets hurt. Rahim, I hate his guts, but if we go, he will just perish, right? The chieftain, the elder. Did you know that before Akil and before Clay came, there were good people amongst the merchants? Have you forgotten? There are mothers, there are fathers, there are children. There are just normal people. None of them is
Didn't we
sworn
kill
to
half
kill.
of them?
We
'Cause they
killed
were
the
trying to kill-
guards. Yes.
Do you think they're really going to take us back after that? I don't think so.
Who says about taking back? I am saying I want to stand and I want to keep the assassins from destroying this place. And when we have done this, and if this portal closes, then I will find you another one.
And what if there's not, Fauja?
You have come here without this portal. I have seen others arrive in other places, and I have seen a story about an ancient ritual. There are possibilities.
It is written. Maybe
And
tomorrow.
Does this ritual involve us getting home somehow?
the ritual is a way to contact what I believe is the wizard you talk about. And he sent you here, Lucian told me, he sent you to kill the assassins, fulfill his wishes, and maybe he lets you go home.
Kennick, maybe tomorrow.
And you would not be alone. You would be here with friends, and if you all die, we would die on the field of battle, side by side, with honor intact. Is that nothing? You said you were a warrior and that you have honor. Where is the honor in this? In leaving without fighting. Every time I turn my back, I see you try to knock someone's teeth in. And now that you have a chance to do this, you just want to leave.
I want to get us home, Fauja.
How high can the price be that you are willing to pay for 3 people to get maybe home?
He's just gonna just
Because I'm
sit
telling you now,
in the dune.
I'm not just going to leave like this. And I have seen it. If one of you goes, then the others most likely will falter. We are most likely
Then all the
not
more
going
reason to stay as a group and leave.
If you leave, you will be home and safe. But this is my home, and I will stand and fight for it. It might not be grand, and it might not be kind, but it is my home, and it is my mother. And I'm not going to leave her to die.
You deserve better than this place, Fauja.
How would you know?
What is
I am
that
the
supposed to
demon
mean?
of this. I am the demon of the desert, after all. Maybe this is my destiny.
You're no demon. The only one who calls you that are idiots.
But this desert is filled with idiots who call me that, and I'm still willing to fight for them. Maybe that makes me the biggest idiot of them all.
What am I supposed to do? Fauja just abandon you?
A minute ago, you were willing and ready to do so. What has it changed?
Ancestors. Sorry. One sec.
See, even his papa agrees he's wrong.
Sorry, dog killing the mood.
I'm not trying.
You're really gonna stay here? Not even give a thought to leaving?
I have been thinking about it ever since Lucian told me about the possibility yesterday. But things have happened.
What are you talking about, Fauja? What things?
I almost died 2 times. That makes you change your perspective. You know?
Yes, and my perspective changed to where we need to get the fuck out of here.
If you have nothing else in the desert, honor is very important. And my honor is important to me. And I have been forsworn in the assassin's hold. I promised not to use a magic, but I did. I did it to heal Dave, and I did it to defend her. And I am not happy, but I'm okay with it. But this is something I can't just turn my back to them. I have known those people all my life. They might not be good. They might be warmongering and cruel. But I have been trading with them for decades. I have shared food with them and drink.
Kellic is gonna walk away, past her, towards the orc camp, grumbling, dragging his axe in the sand.
Walking back towards the cave, or walking back towards the camp, or
Camp. It's like, if... I'm going back, getting some sleep, gonna get something to eat. And I'll kill as many assassins as I need to.
Try not to drown.
You all had better be worth this. If not, I'm gonna have issues.
We almost won against this archdemon. It was this close.
We still need to talk about Lucian,
Yes.
but we can wait till we get home and till we get to the camp.
Yushin!
Were they not dragging him along? God damn it, you two. And he's just gonna start running back.
Did you see that? I say to Dave. For the first time in my life, I convinced someone with words.
And while he is running away, he's like just saying to himself, "It's like if I heard another goddamn word, I was gonna snap, and she's not gonna leave, so I might as well just say. Otherwise, I won't hear the end of it." Certainly not from you.
as you guys return to the camp, Lucian is gone.
Did you guys even tie him up before you left?
I'm really bad at lying. No.
I'm gonna look for signs of any tracks, any sort of sounds that might be him nearby.
I turn to Falja.
No, there's not even any, like, when Falja and Dave get back and they show you where he was and everything, there's literally a small mound where he was sleeping. There's no tracks that lead anywhere, but there is a slight burn mark in the sand.
I'm just gonna turn to the other two, look at them.
I have a theory. Remember the last time when he just... Then he came back all wet with the sword? Maybe he went again? But this time somewhere else?
All I know is that if he has gone demon again, I will kill him.
I would like to see you try.
All or nothing, Falja. Everyone or no one.
There's a problem. We need him.
What do you mean we need him? Where are we supposed to find him?
Vision that we four have to stand together. This is like a tent. We need all 4 tent posts in order for it to not collapse.
Your place
I thought there were
Or
5
tent.
tent posts.
is given by me.
We
One
are,
for the
we are
center.
a weird tent, okay? We are more like a... like a teepee or something. A weird one.
Oh, God.
Lucian! Lucian!
There is a spell. There is some... No. I know that I have an ability to find things. I just have to rest first in order to realign my energy. And I'm tired. I have been strangled and I have been cut and I have been disemboweled almost. I really need a rest right now. And this talking business is even more exhausting than fighting demons. I say and curl up in a corner.
Kellick's gonna just take a swig of the water canteen. He's gonna go look at the burn mark. He's gonna kick it,
Can we maybe...
and he's just gonna growl, "Your dad's a shithead." And he's gonna go take a nap against a crate.
While I'm lying, I would like to look at that burn mark and try to figure out... Oh, yeah, well, I rolled a 10 on Arcana. And I look at it puzzling and trying to compute in my head what might have been going on.
This was caused by fire.
Dave does
I
a
know
dramatic
fire.
recreation with a fireball in the sand.
I am sure that is exactly what happened, I say, curled. Get her on the floor, looking. Has he always been snoring? I can't remember that. I must have
He's
passed out.
really tired.
Ahmed appears and just rolls you onto your back. No. When you roll someone onto their back when they're sleeping.
Shouldn't it be on their side? I thought on the back made it worse.
Is it?
Yeah, because you have the tennis ball on your back, so you can't lay flat.
Oh yeah, okay, so he'll roll you onto your side to stop you snoring.
Most helpful ghost ever!
Kiddick? Kelly. What am I going to do with all of you?
And he's gonna punch the nearest thing. Because if he's woken up like that, his first thing is to punch. He's gonna make an attack roll. So it's just a d20 plus strength. We'll just do strength plus 5. It's a 7.
You just lash out and miss.
Dave. What?
Your tent, your place, as given by me.
It's true, there is no tent. You guys are just curled up in the sand.
I don't care.
We are a weird tent, okay?
We don't have a tent, it's burned. Unless you want me to go kick somebody out of their tent.
Yes.
Fine, fuck it. Then he'll get up. And he's gonna go into the nearest tent. What does he find?
Well, actually, the first thing you do is as you get up, the chieftain standing there looking at the wreckage of her tent. This was a gift I gave to you.
You can ask the other two. I had nothing to do with this. I'm gonna go find a new tent.
Lucian!
Have you seen him?
No.
Well, I would keep the warband alert. He has a tendency to turn into a demon, and if he is more bigger and more red than he is blue, you should probably kill him. He tends to be possessed, apparently.
There is an empty tent down the way. It is not as grand as my tent, but you can use it for now. I will deal
Nope.
with this in the morning.
I will pat her on the shoulder
Do not
and just
touch
stop.
me.
Here's your
Be
canteen
careful
back.
now.
He hands her her canteen.
She snatches and drains it.
I'll give you this much. Got a good axe arm.
But the orcs have to be strong.
Mm,
Tell
sword.
Falja the council was successful. We will fight. And she marches away.
Right.
Do you guys leave Falja in the sand?
No.
Are the assassins coming?
There are assassins afoot.
Where? I say, stand up, and my hair fire. My hands burst of flame.
The orcs will fight.
It is still dark. Tomorrow?
Yes.
Oh, the orcs will fight. That is good.
The
That
chief
is very
didn't.
good to know.
The chief didn't decided that council was approved. I don't know. And he's just gonna bend down and just like pick her up in his arms and just start to move towards the tent.
Wait, who are you picking up?
You.
Oh, okay. I look. I can walk, you know.
I know.
Why
You
are
just-
you nice to me now? I thought you were unhappy with my choice.
If every one of you decided to leave, it would have been fine. But if you're going to stay, then I wouldn't be able to live with myself.
But Dave said she did not want to go first when we were still here.
It's getting later and later into the night. In fact, it's probably going to be dawn soon. If you don't guys get to sleep soon, you're going to sacrifice your long rest and only take a short.
Okay. Definitely going to sleep.
Yep.
Hiding demons, tiring work, hungry business.
Yeah, you guys have had a bit of a long day.
So many of them as of late. Okay.
So you rise, you take the effects of a long rest. Lucian does not appear. I'm getting some feedback from someone quite loud. Gone now. Back now. Gone now. So as we rise, you guys remove your levels of exhaustion. You can regain your spell slots, your HP. You feel well rested. However, you oversleep slightly to get the effects of a long rest. It is mid-morning. The camp is rousing. People are packing up tents.
Am I good now?
Still there.
What the heck?
It sounds like aircon's turned on or something. Maybe.
As soon as I wake up, I will yes.
You'll see magic surging around Dave.
Oh shit.
Dave, you now believe that if you swallow water, you'll be able to breathe water. And also, what was the other one? It was 299, wasn't it? Was it? No, 399. As you wake up, you had a strange dream where one of the small kobold creatures from home came around. They had a wand. They waved at you. They said something along the lines of "Skedaddle skadoodle, your sword is now a noodle." And when you wake up, your sword is a noodle.
We're good now?
Yes, much better, thank you.
Okay, sorry.
Please roll me a d8.
Are we holding on to the other one as well? By the way.
Yeah, the other one I'll do cinematically.
Yep. 6.
Yep. So your sword is going to be a noodle for 3 hours.
Well, I mean, it's been saucepans before. A noodle is just adjacent.
So, as you rise, any orcs who come near the tent look towards Dave's shimmering form. Dave rises like a phoenix on the wind. And people say something like, a prophet of the old ways. It's a prophet. Yes, a prophet. And everyone who passes bows low towards Dave.
I bow back. Dave the Divine. Dave the Divine. Dave the Divine. Dave the Divine.
Normally, you would have to go to somewhere to get some food. However, today they bring you food. They bring you food and say, "Divine One." There's a selection of bugs and cooked lizard and some broths, and it's a banquet by desert standards. They bring this for everyone.
She will stand by your side and fight when we face the assassins and save the desert,
Kellic is still asleep.
strengthening the backbone of the desert.
From the center of camp, you hear a familiar.
But we are missing one of our numbers. Have you seen the blue-skinned one with the horns?
No, we have not seen him.
We need him. I had a vision, and he is crucial. All 4 of us must fight together and help the orcs win.
Fighting demon. Tiring work. Hungry business.
Perhaps he will reappear. He stalks away.
I
From the center of camp where the horn was, you can hear the resonant voice of the chieftain. It's quiet because you guys are far away. But people, it is time to raise the old banners. We fight in the name of the Phoenix to protect the desert. This is the time of the prophecies. Time to prove our strength. Our ways are valid. Gather arms and march under the old banners. And there's a big sort of reveal thing towards the center of camp, and suddenly old tapestries are lit up on their war staffs and other things. Their flags are raised. The Phoenix returns.
Like a phoenix rising.
yes,
It is rising.
it is. And I'm wearing. I have put on the overclothes from yesterday, the ones that have changed color. And I would like to grasp my staff and concentrate the pure flame. And I would like to locate objects, the swords that Lucian has been wearing and using.
They are not in this plane.
Wow.
I would like to cast a spell anew, and I'm going to search for the dagger I gave him, because sometimes those swords are not with him, right? So maybe if I search for an object that I gave him, I will find that. Concentrate. Also not on this plane?
Not on this plane.
It is as I thought. He has gone somewhere else. He's not in the desert. If he were in the desert, I would be able to find him.
What are the odds he's already been at the cave and left?
No. Do you remember yesterday? He was so ready to kill everything and everyone. He would not just leave. Not like that.
I think that was his father talking.
Do you think we could summon him? I mean, normally, that is what you do with the demons, right? You summon them.
With blood and names and rituals and the like, I don't think that counts towards tieflings.
I would like to see you try.
Thank
I
you
will
very
do.
much. Sorry. To everyone in chat, I haven't really given much shout outs. Lady Purple did something for bad things to happen earlier. Cleric donated for a nat 20 and 2 nat 20s for Kellic earlier. Isra just donated to have good things happen for Kellic, bad things happen for the desert, 5 advantages for Dave, 2 nat 20s and 1 advantage for Falja. And I will tell you now, chat, at this stage in the campaign, the characters cannot have too many advantages and nat 20s. We're building up towards a war, you're going to need them.
Mm-hmm.
Whichever path you take.
Let's get some hype in chat. The Phoenix is rising. War is on the horizon.
You
Oh,
don't
yeah.
want any of us to die, do you, Chad? I mean, come on, Chad.
I assume you all still feel the same way about plot armor. Let's continue.
Yes. And I'm going to create bonfire in front of me, and I wave my fulgurite stuff through, and I say in primordial, I call you Lucian, Caveborn, Lucian, Friendslayer. Come here, on my behest.
And I go, Lucian! And I cast Firebolt, and all of my Firebolts are now in the shape of a phoenix. I'm adding a phoenix to this bonfire. Ta-da!
We summon you here to this circle.
What they said.
Lucian, Cave.
Lucian, get your ass over here.
Lucian's dad, can you please send your son out to play because we need him really badly right now? How can I worship you when you keep him?
And Dave is going to dance around the bonfire in a circle because she's seen someone do this and it seems like the right thing to do.
I'm dancing with her because why not?
Skedaddle, skadoodle, your sword is a noodle. Skedaddle, skadoodle, your sword is a noodle.
I
Skedaddle.
think we ran out of time. If he shows up, he'll show up. But if he doesn't, then we're all doomed. There's not much we can do for it.
It was a water shot, right?
Kellic, I would like to see you try.
Kellic is going to run the blade of the axe along his hand, drawing some blood, pouring it onto the ground. And like, if you're going to show up, you better do it now. Or else I'll wring your neck, Lucian.
I whisper into the fire, a shame there's no butter. Lucian!
No.
Nothing. Then he's gonna grab the axe, he's gonna grab a handful of bugs, just stuff it into his mouth and be like, well, let's go.
It was a
You are
water
dead.
try.
That was fun.
He's gonna bandage his hand as he goes out the door.
I will heal your hand.
I don't, it's just a flesh. Mm.
We need you on top condition for this. I hope it will work, because in my vision we were 4.
Oh, well, I think he had other plans.
The chieftain approaches you. She bows low. Phoenix. Bowser. Weak one. I would like to position you if you will allow it. We fight assassins, they do not fight like a regular army. I would have you back at the Sorcerer's Cave, one that not many know about. And protect the sorcerers in there.
We will be the last line of defense.
Fine. Fuck it.
Have you seen our friend? Because in my vision, I saw him with us. And I worry that he's no longer here.
I hope that he will appear before
I
things
hope
get
as
too
well.
bad.
Brace yourself. I think I know the one who leads them, and he is a vicious traditionalist. His name is Rahim. You should be careful. He fights dirty, even dirtier than they usually do. If you are meeting him on the field of battle, tell him that Faja Flamane, the demon of the desert, sends her regards. On these occasions.
Sometimes you need to just crush things.
The assassin prisoners we held arrived in the night.
We should talk to them.
Do we
Yes.
kill them before the
Yes.
battle?
No.
We talk to them first.
Yes.
Then maybe kill them.
No. Yes.
I said maybe. We don't know what their
Maybe.
reason for being here was. Lead us to the prisoners. Maybe they can tell us something.
I'd adhere to the Phoenix's wishes, I say, and pat Dave on the head.
She'll lead you to the tent.
Mhm.
Inside, blindfolded, gagged, and bound, Khadija and the secret.
Deja. Leave us. We'll talk to them.
I will be outside.
Careful, Kelek. Remember, when she left, she was not in control.
So why I'm taking off the blindfold first, and he rips off her blindfold. Shh.
Her eyes are black. Like a
Khadija.
tiefling's.
Deja. Can you understand me?
There
Nod
is
your head if you-
Lucian.
A slow nod.
Are you still Hadija? Yes or no?
Do I believe that?
Insight check.
Yes.
Super
wait.
hard. You're insight checking someone who's not talking, they're merely nodding.
Yep, it's okay. 20.
No idea.
I'm gonna pull out my axe. I'm gonna press it up against her neck. I'm gonna say, I don't know if you're possessed or not. This is a precaution. If you do anything, I will slit your throat here and now. I'm not taking chances. We're in a bad spot.
Maybe talk to the other one that was not possessed.
He's a mage. I would rather, and he's more experienced than her.
Okay,
But she is a sorcerer. Or another
And-
form of magic user.
Inexperienced. I would rather take her on in a fight than him. I don't know what
Dave?
he can do.
is gonna go over to the secret, who she has a secret with, and pulls down. I assume he has a blindfold too, right?
Mhm.
And like pulls it down and like double gags him because she knows words. Words are bad.
It's the first time you look deeply into the secret's eyes. You can see that they have paled and discolored. He is blind.
You all better be worth it, or we'll have issues.
He smiles. Behind the gags. His eyes crease up as though smiling.
With the axe firmly against her neck, I'm going to gently, slowly remove her gag. Talk. Why were you here? Why did you leave in the first place?
Tell me. Where is Lucian?
We don't know.
Are you going to kill me?
Depends on how you answer. What happened in the cave? Why did you leave? He's gonna put the axe like a little bit deeper against the skin.
Kelek.
Hell hath no fury like a woman's scorn.
You know where he is, don't you?
I cannot shake my head whilst you have your axe blade against my throat.
Yes or no is
No.
also appropriate.
No.
You can speak, can't you?
Am I not speaking right now?
Then yes or no, do you know where Lucian is?
I haven't a clue.
Dave is gonna go over to Falja and rob one of her spare canteens and bring it over to the secret and like carefully pull the gags back and give the secret a drink of water.
And I watch closely and I listen closely and I try to filter out if this is the truth that she's telling us.
Thank you, Dave.
Up to hers is the eyes. Demon eyes. Did you make a pact with something? You did. Stupid girl. Get your heart broken and you decide to sell your soul for it. Why did you come here?
I was
I look at
captured.
Kelek. She did not come. She was captured and dragged here to be killed. She is not here of her own free will. She is bound and gagged. Are you still holding your bonds with the assassins?
I have not seen the assassin since I left you.
Insight check.
I have also rolled insight.
Nope. I don't know.
I had a 20.
Can't see a reason that she would lie. But
The
at the same time,
trouble
she
is-
doesn't have much to lose.
The trouble is, she's not going to fight with the orcs to save the desert, right? Unless you hold less love for Rahim than you hold for the orcs. He hates magic. And the magic is flowing through your veins. It makes you an outsider among your own tribe.
I will lead the assassins.
To what end?
Change.
What kind of change?
Magical.
Where is Ilyena?
I have not seen Elena. I thought she was with you.
No, she followed after you. No, she had a vision, I think, and ran into the desert, out of the cave, just like you did.
I'm gonna take my dagger that is not a noodle and I'm gonna free the secret.
His hands come free.
Dave. No.
And what about you?
He hugs Dave.
I cast mage armor on both of us.
I have had a vision.
What did you see?
I will show you. Please do not be alarmed. I cast magic. On the floor, a window opens up. It zooms into the mountain, very much like Falja saw in her vision, very much like Dave saw when she could see the entire desert in a moment. Atop the mountain, Ilyena has a bowl. In the bowl, she has some bones. Some...
Looks like we got a new friend.
Thank you for the raid, you guys.
Welcome, Raiders!
In the bowl, there are some bones. There are some dried up plants and some small stones. Shakes the bowl. Looks down, looks up, and for a second it zooms in to the assassins making their way across the desert. You see the tear run down her face. She takes her poison blade and stabs it slowly through her heart.
No!
She bleeds into the stones, turning the rocks red, turning the sand red. Falja, for a moment, you hear a moaning in your ears. To everyone else, this will sound like the wind, but Falja, you know this is a moan, as the desert is pained.
She is weakening my mother. What is she doing?
It's orcs or her people, and she's choosing her people despite everything.
It's more the pain of loss.
Oh, okay. So,
What is she doing? What's with the ball? Why is she killing herself?
I do not know. I would guess that she has seen the things to come in the bowl, scrying, something I taught her many years ago. And I would guess that she does not want to see it alive.
have you seen more? I have seen more. Have you seen more?
I hear roars from a cave in the desert, like a great beast hides there.
What do you mean roars?
Like a beast.
He means the rift. The portal, I think. The desert is being ripped apart. Is that the goal of the assassins?
No!
Did you know that if you finish the orcs, that this place will die? Because the orcs keep it alive?
The goal of the assassins has always been to eliminate Theophilus.
I really wish I knew who that is. They say he brought them here. I said point at Kellic and Dave.
Kellic, Dave, and Falja, this is the first time an assassin has referred to Theophilus by name, rather than just saying...
The infidel.
In Sylvan, I'm gonna speak to him. Be like, you've been here for a long time, haven't you?
This year marks my 3033rd.
Were you a partner of his?
Not a partner. He banished me here, for I tried to kill him.
Why did you try to kill him?
Because that's what my contract told me to do.
So you're a wizard who's also an assassin. How interesting.
You're a mage killer. And what now? What is it that you desire?
Death. More than anything, death.
Your own?
My own. And his, as always.
Why was this contract brought out? Do you know?
One does not question the motives of your employer in our business. You just take the money and perform the contract. I never expected to be locked here.
A beast roars in the desert. Lucian!
What if you help us? You say you want to die, but it sounds like you only say that because you are trapped here. What if we have a way out? What if you could see your Feywilds again?
I am done.
And he's gonna turn back to...
He looks towards Falja.
Long ago I made a pact with the desert as the water faded.
What kind of pact?
To take her and embrace her and hold her as a loved one. Now she and I are dying. And Fauja, you are all we have to show for it.
Wait a second.
Fauja, I
Are
think we
you-
just found your father.
That is a press pause. No. I'm
Yes.
the daughter of the desert and not some secret. Yeah, no. This is not how this works.
Did you create her, or is she actually your daughter?
You know as much as I.
If I am no, this is a madness. I tell me the truth. You say you created me?
I did not say I created you.
You
But-
created me with mother together.
Your mother
I
and I.
embrace her.
Your mother and I have long had a loving relationship.
What is that like, making love to a desert?
Killick!
This is not the
I-
point here, I said.
Let's go.
Hands on my ears. If, and I am the result? Is that what you're saying? Well, you are even worse as a father than Lucian's is.
I am not saying that I am your father,
What are you
but I am saying I have watched over you all your life, and I am proud of you.
What happens if she leaves, old man?
I do not know.
How old am I? And is this the first time that I am here?
Yes.
His tongue slips into Sylvan as the wild magic surge grips his throat and he can no longer speak common.
I know what he says.
In Sylvan, he says to Kellic,
I must depart. Make sure that Fauja survives.
Where
Even
are you
if
going?
I in the desert cannot look after Fauja. Wherever she goes.
and he stumbles to the floor.
Is he dying?
I go for the good berries!
I hold him in my arms and cast
I'm
heal
keeping my
person.
axe right at her throat. Adija,
Wait,
I'm
what?
not.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, no.
Good.
You are not going to die right now. I have
Fauja's
more questions.
berries will not cure old age.
Only Kellic can understand.
What is he saying? Can you understand him?
He's old, Fauja. It's his time. He's over 3,000 years old, and even for an elf, that's far, far longer than you can expect.
You watched
I'm
me
sorry.
from afar. Why did you do that? What is wrong with me that everyone just watches from afar? No one gets close. And I hold him while he dies. Crying fiery tears out of my molten glass eyes.
He says something at the end. I'm going to whisper it to Chorus. Chorus, you can decide whether to say it
Okay.
out loud or not.
Okay.
I hugged Fauja, and I swallowed the good berry I had been chewing. It was the last one in the bag from yesterday, and it was kind of sour, but I was gonna try anyway.
I had recreated them so the bag is full. And now there's only 9 left, and I hug you. I have my dead maybe father in arm and a little Kenku I transformed into a phoenix, and I sit there exasperated.
There are many scientific just questions I have about this whole process.
I bet you do.
Gonna turn to Adija and look to her. Now, as you can probably tell, I'm not in a very generous mood. I have no time for witchcraft. I have no time for your demon nonsense. I have no time for your broken heart. So I'm going to ask you this. If I let you go right now, what happens?
I go to take control of the assassins.
And then what? Do you send them away, or do you have them fight us? Do not lie to me, because if I even think that you are lying, I'm just gonna cut off your head right now.
She can't gesture. She slowly, very slowly, blood drawn from your blade as she turns to look towards the secret. You heard him. The orcs are evil.
Insight check. 16.
She seems to have like the seriousness of the grave about her.
Dave,
I will kill the orcs, and then I will go and kill the infidel. As the first commanded.
Turn to the others.
Dave is rifling through her many pockets, and she pulls out 2 pieces of silver that she has from the old world, and she puts them on the eyes of the secret.
It's looking away just long enough to see if it's okay for him to like kill her now, because it sounds like she's going to cause way more problems.
Whilst Kellic is deciding this and Dave is doing this, why don't we check in with Fauja here? Fauja, how are you feeling?
Fauja is so confused right now, and she's so sad. Someone just died in her arms, who maybe has a hand in how she was created, because all she knows is that she crawled out of this glass cradle of molten glass some sunny day in the desert and was all alone before the merchants picked her up and tagged her along like a lost puppy. And but the way he said it and everything, it touched something in her, and she just feels desolate right now. Like, what's wrong with me? Is the most prominent question. Why am I doing all of this? And why am and she is putting him somewhere on the floor where she can incinerate him, just like she did with Ahmed, with pure desert flame, uniting him with the energies of her mother, or what is left of her mother right now.
As the secret exhales and as this all happens, you can feel the pain of the desert. It no longer cries out and moans as it did before. Instead, it begins to weep.
And I weep with the desert. It looks like molten glass is just running down her cheeks and forms these little puddles and pearls on the floor as she is burning.
That is what Fauja's tears look like. The desert's tears are very different as sulfur begins to rain from the skies.
Uh-oh.
Oopsie daisy.
I think what he said is true. My mother loved him.
Kellic is going to look to the girl. You're so damn foolish. And he's going to raise up his axe He's gonna cut her bonds. And he's gonna grab her by the scruff, drag her outside, and toss her down to the sand. It's like, go then.
As you toss her in mid-air, she holds her hands sort of like this, makes a swirling motion, and a rift opens in the desert ahead of you. You feel the desert groan as though she's tearing the fabrics of reality, and she flies through. It closes behind her.
Stupid.
I am starting to lose hope here. Can you feel the land? How she suffers? Maybe it is too late.
Kellic is gonna look to her. He's gonna move up to her and put a hand on her shoulder and say, your father said something. He said that the desert bloomed like a flower. I cannot influence such beauty as Fauja. He said that he loved you. Live, and love. Even if you have to leave, the desert is old too. I think it was a poem. Yeah.
What should I do, Kellic?
Look out to the fighting. Are they fighting now?
People aren't fighting yet. You can see assassins now in the distance heading towards the camp. The orcs stand ready.
If your father said that she is old, he may be able to stall death. But to me it sounds like it would just be a short while. I do not know how this magic works, since you may return, but ultimately I leave this up to you. It's your home. If you want to fight for it, I'll stand with you. But only if you really truly want to do this and stand and fight.
In my vision there were four of us and we are only 3. How can we even fulfill what I saw? Yes, 4. But we are...
And Dave puts her hands down in the sand that make up the dirt of the tent and whispers and causes like a small gust to stir up the sands.
You mean the desert is number 4?
Maybe.
But I saw Lucian. I saw all 4 of us fighting side by side.
Maybe Lucian.
Should we go to the cave and look at the heart of the desert and stand there protected? I know.
Roars.
Sorry. What?
The beast roars.
That I think he meant that portal that is ripping my mother apart.
Lucian.
Do you think that it is Lucian that he hurt?
Maybe.
I know you try to help, but I'm confused and I don't know what to do.
Maybe that makes me the biggest idiot of them all.
No. You're my phoenix, I think, Sylvie. So what do we do now? Are we going to the cave? Are we going to the other cave? Are we searching for Lucian? I don't know.
Behind us, above us, in front of us. Kellic?
I don't even know any more than you all. I know what my heart wants, but
I am afraid that if we go investigate the cave and the roar and try to look if it is Lucian, then we will lose vital time to guard the other cave, and the last line of defense will be gone then.
Giving away plans is the surest way for them not to happen.
We don't even have a plan! I say. I don't know what the plan... Although we had a plan and then now we... Are we sticking to the first plan? Are we going up and protecting the cave? Like we said? Like we told the orcs we would do? Or will
Faja,
we go to the other cave?
Dave and I have already said that we're going to stand by you. So, and, hold on, I lost my complete train of thought there.
Because it is complicated.
So, it's like, well, this is your home. It's up to you to decide this.
Valja, in your vision, you could see the desert living for many, many years.
I don't think that places are like people. They don't usually die of old age. When we save her, then she will go on for a long time. She is not this like him, or like he was. But and he wanted me to leave. But she wants me to stay, and she's my mother, and she was there when he was not. Even if he said he was watching, but he never approached me. He left me all alone, only with the desert to talk to, with the spirit of the land. I have traveled this land for so many years, and I have tended to it. I cannot just stop doing that. That is all my purpose. Let's go back to the Phoenix Cave. Let's guard the heart of the desert.
Every
in
tale
one-
has two sides.
In one moment before he died, he looked at Dave and smiled and said something else.
Oh boy.
He turned to you and said, I approve. Don't know what that meant, but
Oh dear. Oh boy.
Well, might as well charge. Roar! And I take Valja's hand and I'm dragging her out of this tent. She doesn't need to be in the sad place anymore.
Okay, I follow you. Docilely.
And I charge as if I know which direction I'm going in, realize I don't, do an about turn, and then
I
I'm like,
start correcting your direction.
Faja,
Yes.
he's gonna stop for a moment, and then he's just gonna say "fuck it," and he's just gonna lean down. He's gonna kiss her for her forehead, and then just walk away the way Dave went.
fine, fuck it. And Dave does the same. Except she has to go up on tiptoes.
What is it? Okay. Okay. And I kiss you on the forehead, and I kiss you on the forehead, and then I say, I don't care anymore. Let's go to the cave. I am very confused through it.
Kellic,
I am very confused, Dave.
Kellic, as you kiss Falja, you gain fire resistance. Roll me a d6.
Sweet.
You should kiss her more often.
This is the real ship. This would have been.
I've got good things to give you. It will last for 48 hours.
Ooh, sweet.
getting hot in here, but Kellic doesn't care because he has fire resistance now. And off we go.
And I want to cast a minor illusion of some more sandy storm, maybe using gust cantrip to kind of make actual sand move so that I can cloak that we're moving in the wrong direction.
Oh, chat's going like.
So
oh, chat's going.
you're heading to the cave in the center of the desert, not.
We're heading to the prophecy cave with the doodles on the wall.
Oh.
The one with the whirlpool, right? The one that we have to defend in order to...
The orc one?
The orc
The
one,
whirlpool one.
right? The whirlpool one.
Okay,
The
I was
house.
just
The orc one, right? That's
clarifying before we went too far.
Yeah.
As you enter Falzra, are you going to go in deeper than you've gone before?
Oh my.
The elder said that if I get too close, I might disrupt the energy. Should we find a place to make our stand and fight? Or should we go in and just test his theory? Because he said, and I showed Dave the pictures on the wall with the phoenix, he said this is the old way and that it is just bullshit. And I don't think that he's right. Because look at you. I have adored to the old ways all my life. And look at your beautiful wings. So
Oh,
maybe
what did
he's
the
wrong.
chieftain say?
The chieftain?
What did she say?
I didn't know to talk to her. I talked to the Arch Elder. The guy?
No, I mean earlier when she came to us and told us to be somewhere. DM, where did she say for us to defend?
Yeah, we should
Like
defend
this
the
cave.
sea.
Or
This is
inside?
cave.
She just
Yes.
said defend the portal, defend this cave, defend the whirlpool, defend the sorcerers.
But this whirlpool isn't the same as the rift in the middle of the desert that we were going to.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn to her
There are
and say,
two holes in the desert that we know about.
well, she told us to defend the whirlpool, defend the cave. And unfortunately, as much as I would say we should probably stick out here, we do not know if there's a back way that they could get into to go to the whirlpool.
I just had an idea. When I was sitting outside and touching the phoenix, I had the vision, and I was the desert, and I saw everything, and she showed me what could happen. Wouldn't it be really nice if my mother could just inhale, swallow all the assassins, and spit them at Theophilus?
I'm very confused. What is this
She
plan?
could get rid of them, right? Maybe she could just suck them into that rift and then close it by closing her mouth and spitting them out. You know what I mean?
I don't. Maybe. I think
Maybe
we
I
should
should
probably
try to
cut them down.
reconnect to her and give her my energy for her in order to do so.
Maybe.
She has
but
only been reacting. She's a land after all. They're just a react. Maybe she
I-
needs someone who helps her act, right?
I think
Maybe I
that we
need to see that pool. Maybe I need to touch it and help her get rid, like if you help an animal get rid of when they have the worms, right? If you have a dog.
I don't
Like
think that
Shazam?
applies to whirlpools. I don't.
While Falsha and Kellic are trying to fathom this, Dave would like to run along the wall and read the doodles to see if Dave can work out what the doodles are about.
Okay, now they've been obscured and sort of like scratched out, so I'm going to need some sort of check to try and make out what they originally intended to say.
Okay. Insight? History?
You've got a lot of nat 20s and advantages if you want to use one as well.
Yeah, I will use a nat 20 on whatever check you'd like me to do.
You tell
And
me
I will
which
say
kind of
one more
check,
time.
and that will
I
alter.
If you're trying to figure out what's been written on a wall and it's been scratched out, that's either investigation or insight. I guess wisdom you could put together that is an arm and not a line. But investigation, you might spot something that's clearer than something else. So it's up to you whether you think it's intelligence or wisdom.
Well, I'll give you an answer depending on which one you pick.
I would like to go with insight. Dave is definitely more insighty than she is smart.
Okay. So, this isn't a prophecy. This isn't a description of how to speak to Theophilus at all.
Okay.
This is an old description which describes the rising of the phoenix The Phoenix being the old mercenary band that was sent in to kill the assassins.
I come running back out. Hadisha!
Yes, what about her?
And I like point at the wall. Hadisha, like a phoenix rising. There are assassins afoot. The orcs will fight.
Do we need to help them get there?
And I run back in the cave.
I am so
What's the furthest end of the story? What is the end of the narrative?
It just describes how they came to be here. That they were sent
They were sent through.
to destroy the assassins,
And they failed, obviously.
and they forgot.
I come running back.
So the orcs are the
Maybe.
old mercenary band?
So, wait a second. Your weird wizard that sent you here, he is keeping sending on people in here to kill someone, right?
Assassins.
Assassins.
Afoot.
Assassins. Do you think that he doesn't know that? The secret?
The
What's
secret. Assassin.
Yes, maybe
Theo.
this is all about one. Doesn't he know? But the secret has been in here for over 3,000 years. How old is that wizard? Is he an elf?
Time
as well?
is different here. For all we know, that seconds could be passed by. Out in our world.
So he
Hadisha.
just keeps sending people to kill each other in order to kill that one person that is now gone.
Now you understand why I want to kill him myself.
But well,
Merciless, like the noon sun.
does that mean that you are right? If
I
the
don't-
orcs have not been originally here and have not tended to the desert from the beginning and lived in her, then you are maybe right. Maybe this is all just. I thought. But. Maybe my home is not a real home after all.
His real home. Valja.
It was real enough for the time that has passed.
You're changing your
We
mind
need
then?
to go to that wizard, I am starting to think.
Kill them all. Wizard.
Yes! Yes! Yes, we should definitely do that.
So are we going to the cave now? I am very confused on what's going on now. Are we going to the portal?
Do you know? Yes. I start to think that would be the best idea. Everything we pick up seems to lead to that weird infidel, whatever his name is.
Of that I have no doubt.
Yes, what Dave said. Dave is the smartest of us all.
Well, we better hurry and
she's
grab
a
some.
divine. Look at her.
We need to
Leave
grab
the
some
divine.
horses and leave. Then, let's go.
I would like to end the scene around now. If you guys would like to do anything else before we end, make it quick.
Dave is gonna run down to that pool and she's gonna look at it real angry. Shake her body fist and go. "Hmm."
Important question, does Falja head towards the pool?
I want to see that so bad.
Now that it's like not real, I mean,
Bausha!
Yes, I will follow Dave.
oh!
Do this.
And by the way, Chad, just so you know, Kellic was already of this mindset. So now it's just like a whole bunch of like, no, we're gonna protect everybody. It's like, no, fuck that. We're go to the cave now.
Sorry. Changing desert sounds.
Falja.
Oh god, I'm making the whole world go kaboom, right?
Actually,
Well,
no, don't go in there. Don't go in there. Change your mind.
We got baited so hard into that.
Yeah, you did. Deal with it. Falja, I am giving you access to something.
Oh shit. Am I now also possessed?
You are not, but you can use anything from this character sheet.
From this character?
So long as you are close to the power source. However, as you get close and this power enters you, you see all of the sorcerers moan as though they are under great strain, and the reserve sorcerers rush forward to support, powering the desert further.
I don't want to use that powers, and I don't want to drain them, but I would like to understand what exactly is going on here. What are they doing, and how does this sustain my mother? Can I use one of my net 20s to Arcana to understand what I'm seeing?
No.
Nah. Can I roll?
Because what I'm going to do now is be especially mean. I'm going to give you all some player knowledge and not character knowledge.
Oh.
Before you tell us, when I see the dude's strain, I'm gonna use my bend of luck and push that magic into the portal.
Excellent. Perfect. You feel, as the extra magic comes in, Falja, you feel that extra surge of power.
And I spent 2 sorcery points to do that, just for people keeping track.
And, but you can also, you know that you are taking power away from the desert. Like, I suppose the way your character would kind of understand it is sort of similar to life support.
Yeah.
Like,
and is this a portal, or is it just a whirlpool of energy? Could we maybe step through here and get out of the desert?
This is just a source of power.
Just a source of power.
It's just like a well.
We're going to pan away from our party. We're going to go up onto the mountain where Ilyena sits gargling as blood pours down her front. As a circular portal opens behind her and Khadija appears. Khadija walks forward, rests her hand on Ilyena's head, says, "Thank you," and stabs her in the throat, kicking her body aside. She picks up the scrying bowl and her dead eyes look into it.
Should have fucking killed her.
We pan away and we pan up into the skies. Nothing. Space. Empty. Vacuous. A young man, dressed all in black in assassin's gear, is cast into this pocket dimension. A young woman is cast into the pocket dimension. Another man, another woman, all assassins. In the corner of this pocket dimension lurks a fire elemental. As all the water is drawn out of this pocket dimension, the fire elemental develops and becomes something it never knew it could be. As the power holding the pocket dimension opens, it uses to give itself life. The elemental walks its own sands for a short while, until a young assassin finds her. They hold hands and walk into the sunset. The assassins grow. Soon orcs are sent in to try and kill the assassins as he detects life is still within this pocket dimension. And I say soon, maybe 500 years later, the assassins have forgotten their contract. Only the secret holds it close. The orcs appear, marching the band of the Phoenix. Many of them die in the first year of the desert. It is harsh. 1,000 years unfold, and the civilizations begin to look like they do today. The fire elemental has left the plane. The secret and the fire elemental agree that she would do better if she put all her energy into becoming this place where people can live and thrive rather than rot and die. It takes a great deal of sorcery, but the secret manages to grant her omnipotence over this plane she has helped develop. Until one day Theophilus removes that power source and all seems as though it's about to crash to the ground. On this day the orcs band together their sorcerers and hold the desert together. We wind forward another couple of thousand years to where we are today. Monsters have been added to the cave, to this dimension now. Creatures are developed from the water plane. Worms, lizards, dragons, all terrible, terrible things. All designed to kill the assassins, to get rid of the pest. Today a new creature is added. To try and figure out, well, maybe just stop the pocket dimension from continuing to exist. As a large cave is opened in the center of the desert, ripping a hole between the plains, as glass-like tunnels are created through the sand. And that is where we are going to wrap up today. Next week, our penultimate episode.
Wait, I thought we had 2 more. What?
Penultimate.
Penultimate.
Oh, sorry.
We do.
The penultimate episode next week. Leading up to the finale. We will start very heavily with Lucian.
Who we left behind again, by the way.
I'm not blaming myself. I'm blaming
Man, he
you two for that.
disappeared,
I'm
right?
blaming you two for that.
Let's start with Falja.
Oh man. Yeah. Hi. I am Tahina. Tahina Andale. You can find me on Twitter at Tahina_Andale. When I'm not here, I am also playing D&D over at Fumbles and Fame. This Friday we play Elemental Bane, where things are just as rotten as here. With the other plane slapping into... Oh, out of focus. Into ours. And on Saturday we play Curse of Strahd. So, yeah, just as fun. And today, yeah, I have been speculating for so long what is going on, how was Farja created, and things are much clearer, and Farja is still so confused, even as I as a player see hopefully much clearer now, and she's so sad right now. And my favorite part today was the back and forth. This was the session of going really back and forth in circles. And poor Khalek being strung along.
And of course, all of that at the end, that's player knowledge, not character knowledge.
Yes, I know. That I realize.
Enjoy the struggle that I've been having the whole season trying to keep things together.
Oh.
Khalek! Or rather, Chorus RPG.
Hey guys, I am Chorus RPG. You can find me on Twitch at .tv/ChorusRPG, as well as Twitter.com/ChorusRPG. I'm a guy that talks about RPGs and D&D and lore and all that good nerdy stuff. Tomorrow I'm starting up a series of streams where I'm world building for an evil quote unquote campaign I'm going to have on my channel, and I also host on Saturdays at 1 p.m. Firelight, and I'm lucky enough to have with me the Cat Vendetti, who works with comics. So if you're interested in that, it'll be on 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturdays. As for this session, I gotta be honest with you. I'm just like, I was like, Kellic was right in the first place. He just should have gone through the portal. Should have just gone through. It would have been fine. But it was good, and I like this sort of like deciding what the group wants to do sort of things, and there's no right answer for the most part, so it was super fun.
You muted, Scrap. Muted.
Oh yeah, no, I that was secrets. I didn't want you to hear. So Dave, or rather Charlie. Oh hi.
Hi. What a session! And yes, okay, Kellic's plan was the plan we ended up going with, but I think we ended up with a very different reason for doing it in the end, or a more complete reason for doing it, other than just wanting to go home. Although punching Theo has been on our list of things to do when we get there for a long time, I think. But yeah, what a session. I'm looking forward to next week already. Thank you to chat for being super supportive and coming on this whirlwind adventure with us, and Scrap for herding cats across the desert. I'm so excited, and Dave has a lot of new words. Dave had a busy session learning new words today. She nearly has complete paragraphs. But yeah, I've really enjoyed this journey so far, and I can't wait to see how it ends. And like in life, there is no real bad guy, just a lot of grey guys, and we gotta pick our sides. This week, there is no Warhammer Wednesday, as unfortunately we've hit the end of the season, but I am on Encounter Roleplay on Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern, which is 1 p.m. UK, for the second part of Dark Matter 2-Shot, which is D&D supplement to space, and it's really exciting. And I'm playing Dr. Trinity Hart, who is totally human, definitely not an alien, totally understands human nuances. I had a lot of fun that game, and I would appreciate anyone coming and check it out. That's it for me for plugs. I'm back here on Tuesday. I hope you all will be, because here we go, guys. Get to the end.
Yeah, and I think Dave might be my favorite character. Just throwing that out there.
Yes.
It's between, to be honest, it's between Dave, Falja, Kellic, and Lucian. One of them is my favorite.
It's a close call, I know.
Yeah, it's difficult. Difficult. Okay, so you guys, we all have a lot more knowledge now.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be interesting seeing how that affects the play. I really enjoyed the to and fro between you all. I'm really going to enjoy what I tell Lucian next week. And how that affects you all. Also, just as a little thing to end on, I don't always tell you guys the truth. Here are my social links.
I'm sorry.
Are you telling us now you're just making this up and this is not true?
Guys, I would love to see your reactions to what I've done so far in the Discord over in the Exploring Pocket Dimensions channel. I want to hear all of your theories and everything that's going on. I want to see it all. And if you're not already part of that Discord, you should be, because it's amazing. It's really fun. It's family feel. It's inclusive. You can come and add to our Wild Magic Surge table, which is growing by the day, and I love it. Also, there's Twitter there. If you guys want to get in a game, send me a DM on Twitter and I will get you a game. And YouTube, I'm catching up on. I'm working on that. Here is my... I sense riots coming on. Here is my Patreon. There it is. Here is my Patreon. You can support me there for as little as $1 and I get a healthy cut of that dollar, so it's very much appreciated. And also, here there is some merch for you there. Now, my schedule, guys. Tomorrow we have One Shot Wonders at 3:30 PM EST. On Thursday, I am on the finale of the Larkspur sequence at 1 PM EST. I've gone and bought some new clothes. Dr. Shaw will be arriving in different garb this week. Also, after that, at 5 PM EST, we have got a one-shot with our beloved Stalwart Geek, who is going to be running a game for us. On Friday, I'm running another module. I still don't know what level module it's going to be yet, because the players haven't told me what level they want to do. I might just pick level 6 if they can't decide. We are going to go and grant a raid. We are going to head over to someone that we haven't raided very often, and I'm looking forward to raiding. We're going to go and raid Montecook Games. They're not very often live at the time that we are finishing up, so it's going to be fun to head over there. They are the people who bring you the Cypher system, Numenera, and lots of other good systems. They also got the, I've forgotten what it's called. It's something like your favorite game or something like that. I've forgotten what it's called. Your best game, something like that. It's really good. It's all really good. You should follow them. If you don't follow them on Kickstarter, you should do that too. As this winds down, I would love it if we all entered the chat and bought all the hype with us. I want to see lots of Scrat hype in the channel. If you don't have access to the Scrat hype emote, that's fine. Just type something like Scrat Raid. Let's take the love over there, okay? Love you all, players and viewers. You're all great. Keep on evoking emotions, and we will see you next week for the penultimate episode. See you! Bye!